What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Action Not Included. In the last episode, we got our sour glass boiler built, but it wasn't quite up and running properly. As you can see, I've made some changes to that. We'll get to that in a moment. One of the other things we did was we got this basically built. In the background, I got it vacuumed out. We're now getting oxygen and hydrogen in there. All we need to do is just kind of finish sealing this up, and we'll be able to create our liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen for our rockets. And then, realistically, we just have sending rockets to space until we get to our destination of the end of the map. As you can see, I slacked off a little bit with the telescope. I got distracted getting some of our other things built, like the natural gas boiler, sour gas boiler, troubleshooted and working properly, and just kind of got distracted. So let's get back on this and get all these organized, and not organized, but analyzed, so that way we can finish getting our space program all done up and finished up. We will have to convert our rockets over to liquid hydrogen and oxygen, because right now I do have our space program shut down. Essentially, I don't have all of our switches for continuous launch turned off, so we're not actually doing any rocketeering right now. What else? Oh, I do want to shrink our old oxygen production system, because this thing, I'm gonna bring up the gas pipes, and it's gonna be horrendous. As you can see, we have this massive monstrosity of a tangle of gas pipes that we don't really need anymore. I mean, we still need like our original 4 for our suit docks, but besides that, I feel like we could probably get rid of this other half, and this should be fine. Kind of basically shrink up our old oxygen production system. I want to do that at some point, just kind of get that cleaned up, just kind of a cleanup job. I think I got this done also in between episodes, which is just, your normal start farm of bristle blossoms and mealwood. The only thing that we're missing is mushrooms and a consistent form of slime. That's it, slime from mushrooms, which we technically have taken care of by these 2 little critters over here with the pufflet and the puff prints that we have kind of trapped over here in our little critter conversion room that we can shove into a little farm, which I was gonna actually turn this polluted oxygen area into a farm. I mean, we got 31 tons of ceramic. We're also making that isotope because we were sending one rocket to, not necessarily one, but we were sending rockets to go get the isotope stuff, and we didn't need to get niobium anymore, because once you get niobium, you can actually seed it. It's like a little seed. It's kind of cool. We can turn our thermium into niobium, which is basically just converting our tungsten, our wolframite ore, into tungsten, and then converting our tungsten into thermonite, which we then convert our thermonite into niobium, which we can then use to make more thermium. So once you get a little bit, you can kind of, seed the process and keep it going, but we just need more wolframite ore. I think we're at the point where we used, I'd say, 90% of it. Like, I'm pretty sure I'd have to start strip mining most of the map to find any more wolframite. So I'm pretty sure in all of our cold zones I have Okay, so we have like one area where we still have what appears to be 2, 3, maybe 4-ish areas of Wolfenite. Yeah, so we still have a few sections of Wolfenite, but I'm pretty confident we got a good chunk of it. So we can still make some more Ethereum, but I think right now we're out, or we're low. I'd have to check, but I don't think we have a whole lot of the space metal anymore. I think it's mostly just because we're out of tungsten. But yeah, no. Back to our sour gas boiler here. I did end up adding this little like trap thing down here on the bottom, and moving our cooling plate down. I'm still confident that having the cool plate here would have worked. It's just that this whole section would have been filled with natural gas, and it would just kept cycling back and forth. Because it seems to be, it's such just gases, so it's less intrusive. But as you see, it's still creating like a little natural gas barrier up here that kind of needs to be reduced, and it kind of just like floats back and forth right here between being natural gas and sour gas. And I feel like, having that transition isolated away from where we're having the crude oil dump in probably helps the situation out a bit more. Plus, I feel like having it further away from our heat source, and it has to travel further through insulated tiles, probably makes it a little easier to cool it. So, I mean, besides that, I'm pretty confident it will work the way it originally was. I just don't think we had enough cooling, because we originally had only one aqua tuner, and now we have 5. These two, I'm counting them, but they're more for keeping these areas hot when we run out of magma. That's pretty much their whole point. I do feel like I probably do need to add a little bit more automation in there, but for the most part, that's kind of their job. Is to just keep it hot in there, so that way even when we're out of magma, we can still keep producing power. But yeah, no. As you can see, we got a nice little coolant loop. Jesus, this thing is a freaking mess. But basically, it comes through these aqua tuners, spits out, comes down, comes through the actual supercoolant, then comes around and gets extra chilled through our aqua tuners to keep boiling oil and sour gas. Once it passes through those, it comes back through and hits the I think I used aluminum here, or was it thermium? No, I used aluminum. So I used aluminum cooling plate, and then it comes back into these 3. Realistically, as you can see, one aqua tuner has been enough to kind of keep up for the most part, but I just feel like we needed the additional aqua tuners for when we initially fired up the system, or we start putting a lot of pressure onto the system. But as you can see, we have like 436 kilograms of sour gas. I mean, that converts into a lot of natural gas, which we're getting. Now, I did keep a small amount of liquid down here. I think I have it set at like 500 kilograms, and then we pump it out, and I just kept that down there because I feel like having the liquid methane down here as like a little heat cushion barrier. Yeah, a little temperature cushion. That's a little temperature cushion. Kind of helps. Because you can see the natural gas is pretty much almost gone, and we'll get it all pumped out, and then our really hot sour gas will flow back in, come in, and then kind of flash our liquid methane. We could try it by setting that to 0, and we just pump it all and see if it'll actually work as quote unquote intended. but that's the sour gas. As you can see, you know, we're getting up there in the kilograms. This will be set up for priority with the Atmos sensors, and basically we'll just do priority based on the pressure. Right now they're all set to 2,000, but I'll go through and readjust some of them so they only run at like, you know, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000. And, you know, that's how we'll determine priority. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it on the natural gas generator. I mean, that's pretty much done, set, and we should hopefully not have to mess with that anymore. Our steam power banks seem to be doing just fine. They seem to be doing well now. Yep, no, they both seem to be not clogged up anymore. Our water's not backed up. Our chlorine's nice and full. Our pepper pinch nuts. Our little pips over there. And the little free range ranch. We do need to build at least one more of these. Because right now, this thing's main job is it getting supplied complete with natural gas? It is. Alright, good. This thing's main job is to actually maintain power down here with our refinement area. Yeah, I was struggling to kind of think of what to call it, because this powers pretty much our entire water filtration system and our power production system, because it maintains all the power for the pumps to pump water into the geothermal heat pump. It also helps make sure that there's enough power to run the aqua tuners to keep the steam turbines cool. And, you know, just this power plant. This power plant just kind of has a lot that it needs. It's a critical power plant. So it kind of needs to always be on. But it's doing good. The thing is we do have it set up to, when it's not being constantly drawn on, it will actually feed its excess power off onto just our main grid, all loosey-goosey. So it does help maintain. But what I want to do is I actually want to build, probably roughly in this area around here, another natural gas plant. And what I want that natural gas plant to power is I actually want it to power everything on this side of the map, essentially, up into our spaceport. So what I want it to handle is basically everything that has to do with space for the most part, and just a little bit of our oxygen production. That's kind of what I want to do, at least in the background, is building our power plant to take some more strain off of this. I want to keep this power plant powering our base and our brick, and I feel like, you know, it should work just fine for that. And we just need to split our power grid into thirds, essentially. The base and industrial production, our spaceport, and then our refinery, our general refinement and power production. If we have a power plant for each one of those parts of our asteroid, I feel like things would go a lot better. I don't think I actually explained what this was. This is ultimately just to make sure that our oxygen is cold going into the base, so that way that's less our cooling system for the base has to deal with being hot. It ultimately only needs the top row to chill it, because it's coming in at like 32 degrees and coming out at like 33 degrees. Actually, no, I think this one's 32 to 32, and then this, yeah. So, you know, it's like I have it almost exactly converting over. Yeah, like I think it's like 100 degree difference. occasionally you'll see this bottom one fire up, so you do need at least probably, I'd say, 6 of them to drop oxygen 100 degrees. You could actually probably make liquid oxygen with this system, but I would not. I really would not. It is very power intense and just probably not really gonna do the job you want it to do in a good way. And all I'm really using this for is a way to keep our incoming oxygen cold, so that way we have to spend less power over here keeping the base cold. So I'd rather spend power to cool our oxygen than spend power trying to actually cool everything, like all the tiles and the plants and everything. Oh, what is irrigation? We are not producing ethanol because we're not getting wood, because we are using our wood to make our base look nicer. So once we're done with that, we'll get back to making more ethanol, which is another reason why I should probably focus on getting the seals up and running. That's something else I've been distracted on. But yeah, no, realistically what we need to do is we need to get this going. Actually, no, what we really need to do is we need to build this power plant. Let's see, how tall did I make this one? What do we want? We want a 19 tall. And it's 19 by, we'll go with the furthest part. It's 19 by 46. Holy smokes. That's a biggin'. Alright. So we'll start here. Alright, we got 19 there. Nope, we got 20. Alright, and then what we need, 46 ish. Okay, so it kind of lines up with this ladder. I was kind of trying not to get rid of the shipping container. That's okay. We will get it figured out. But I am going to get this all nice and laid out, essentially. Once I'm done fiddling around with this, I will be back so they can get it all built. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, well, as you can see, we pretty much have our second power plant. Jeez, I don't even know why my brain just completely just sunk out on that. But yeah, no, we have our second power plant mostly made. We gotta just get a few things in there like exhaust, power, batteries, just some of the basic automation control stuff. We do need to sit here and modify these gas pipes real quick. So that way we can snake the exhaust through. And okay, and once these are done, yeah, we'll cut this right here because we want this other one to kind of empty out also. But yeah, no, we need to run some insulated gas pipe. What we got? We got granite. I'd rather do indigenous. Just because we simply have technically an infinite amount of it. So having an infinite amount of it, I feel makes it the better choice. Run it down here next to the side and run it out. That would probably be the best way. We'll need to run another ladder down. But we'll keep it kind of high up. Actually, we are planning on turning this oxygen into like this area into like a little farm. Or maybe over here. Thinking maybe up here might be better. But yeah, no, we're gonna stop making clay here and turn this down here into like a puppet farm, so we can get slime to do mushrooms. That's just, you know, one of those long-term kind of in the background idea plan things I've been kind of contemplating for several episodes now. Yeah, and we can just put a few bits of ladder every so often. And that should reach everything, I think. Except for I think maybe over here. Alright, so we got that done for the most part. Then get that finished up in the background. Let us move on to this. Alright. We got all sealed up. We got all good. Don't think... Alright, so those should be on, but they're not because we don't have power brand to it, which is the plan. Let's see. We should probably dig that out, and then I think we just need to run a small vent in here for some hydrogen. Fill this with hydrogen. And then I think that should be good at that point. I think we need another tile there. Some ladders. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much ready. What is going on down here? Did this break? Do we gotta go in here and fix this? It does not look like it. How did that one... Game. I don't trust you. I think you're trying to cheat me. No, we're good. That was super weird. So the fluid kind of bounces around on the top of it, but yeah, I don't know. Apparently we got some bad water or something in there. I've been tempted to get in there, try to fix it, but just haven't decided to. Why is that one? Oh, empty because we have water. Water's slightly intermittent. That's fine. I don't think we're using the oxygen and stuff quite that hard. Yeah, I mean. Alright, so we get that hot filled with hydrogen. This is chilling. This is getting built. This is getting built slowly. Oh yeah, we need to get that, we need to get this indigenous rock out of here. I believe all I need is a steel conveyor shut off. And that should... Oh. Okay, now we can... see, does this... Okay, and then it starts flashing. And we start pumping. How much? Oh yeah, I mean, we don't keep any extra liquid down there. We have a ton of natural gas. Yeah, no, I'm pretty confident this thing is working just as intended. Even if I do kind of am not a huge fan of the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I feel like, you know, something's broken somewhere. It's actually not. I am rather impressed by that, actually. But that's fine, yeah. Alright, oh. No. Okay. Well, the problem right now is these four are on the same ammo. So it's not like I could just prioritize these four or whatever it is for the bottom one. We'd have to like break in there, and then even then I'm not... We'd have to give up our ladders, but then how would we... We could space everything out a little bit more. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll just say, just leave it all at 2,000 and not worry about it. Yeah, no, it got hot in there real fast, huh? I mean, it is taking in a lot of heat. Oh. What's going on here? doesn't sound like we needed it. Alright, and what, the oil's all backed up and everything? Oh yeah, that's right, I was running a, cool, bridge system to get that coolant out of there. Because it's just easier. Alright, get that out. Alright, well, we'll direct it somewhere at some point. Maybe into this cooling loop? Might add it into that cooling loop. We'll have to see. You know, I mean, this thing is just ripping, man. Look at it go. I'm super happy with how this thing is working now. Super excited. Crude oil drops down, hits this, comes back up, just creates a ton of sour gas that pushes into here, which then turns into liquid methane, which then gets pumped up into here. Which, I mean, you're constantly kind of fighting that hot coals. This is super cold down here. This is super hot coming in. Which, I mean, it's still not as, you know, it's not 700 or 600 degrees hot. 550? Holy smokes. Yeah, so I mean, going from like 550 to 134, it feels, you know, pretty reasonable. But it just creates this weird bounce down here. We just weren't cooling the supercoolant enough with the one aqua tuner to keep up with the demand. Like the one aqua tuner could get it to temperature, but it could not maintain the temperature. My brain was just thinking, like, maybe it'd be better if we had like a liquid tank storing ice cold supercoolant over here or something. And then I went, no, because that means I have to rework this whole area again, and I'm not interested in that. I am not interested in trying to break into there again, especially now that we basically got it working. Because ultimately I would just put it over here. I'm just not trying to do that. Maybe next colony we'll maybe come up with a better design. Alright. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. What is keeping us powered? Is it these? Oh. The steam turbines are doing their job. Okay. Shoot. That was not part of the plan. Alright, we'll have to disable these real quick from the power grid. Simply because we want the natural gas generators to Oh, that was fast. Alright. Now let's reconnect these. Okay. I am impressed. Why was... Oh, because I need to do the same thing with this one with the bridges. Oh my god. I'd completely forgotten why we were draining that line to begin with. Yeah, I mean... No harm in going the same direction, really. Run granite. Let's put another little tile there or something. High pressure vents. Alright. Now we can reconnect that one, which should let the natural gas flow back in, which should let these fire back up, keeping power in the system and not... Yeah, alright, perfect. It should back up and start pushing... Okay, well, it did start pushing good. I mean, it doesn't make it very far, but hey. And the system is working as intended. You guys ever... No, none of you are getting this done. Like, the one thing I really need you guys to get done, you're not doing. Because you get that done, we'll actually get some more indigenous rock. Kind of annoyed by that. Hopefully, now that I've changed the priority on that, they'll get that done and we get that indigenous rock. Because that's what's kind of important. It'll let us finish our gas lines. Because we can't do that without any of it. And... yeah, alright. Oh yeah, how are we looking up here for this? Okay, perfect. We can go in there and deconstruct that. That's a vacuum. This is done. This is a vacuum. I almost don't think that should be an issue, really. Alright, we are super close to getting this fired up. This is pretty much ready to go. The only thing that it's missing is power. How are they not? Is this not? Yeah. No, they should be. Wait. No. Oh, I did, didn't I? Oh. Okay. Okay. I thought I forgot to run the automation wire. It looks like it's ran. I just had it disconnected. Oh, good. Good. I was gonna be kind of mad at myself. Oh. Okay. So we got these going. These should start ripping this temperature down. These should start getting cold. This starts getting cold. These should start getting cold. Got thermium doors, tiles. These are getting chilled. I hope I don't have to put any thermal shift plates in there. I'll be really annoyed if I have to, because that's a pain. That's gonna be a pain in the ass to get back in there. Oh yeah, because I mean, look how much pressure we have for oxygen around it. I mean, up here would be fine for the oxygen, but all right, just in case, we'll prepare. All right. Yeah, I mean, that thing is just rocking. Diamonds are getting cold. Yeah, all that's getting cold. All this is getting almost as equally as cold. Yeah, no, this seems fine. And I think these are set to be just over 20 degrees below or above the freezing point for supercoolant. So if they do end up hitting it again, they don't accidentally freeze in the pipes. I might go with like 18. We'll have to dial it in a little bit more. But this does seem to be working pretty well. We're just missing indigenous rock. Yeah, it looks like we're just missing materials, which should I do feel like having fluid down here made everything run less often, but still did the same thing. Let's go with 200. We'll make it collect 200, and then we'll use that as like... Yeah, no, when we left fluid here, it, these aqua tuners didn't run as hard. And it was not as hot in here. So, I mean, we gotta get the steam room under, like, basically under 300 before I can even consider laying that into indigenous rock out. I mean... How do you have moderate wounds? What? What happened? I mean, I guess it's technically cold. Do we let this out anyways? And instead, what is... Oh, okay, this is the sulfur coming out. Gotcha. And we never did clean up that. Well, darn. That's some steel we sacrificed. Rats. Alright, well. If we ever do have to break back in there, we'll get that steel out. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, the one steam turbine's doing fine. I mean, it's not doing great, but it's not. I don't think it's being overwhelmed. Do we have a cooling loop going in there? Yeah, we do. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no. All right, no. It all seems to be working as intended. $100 sour gas. Come flowing in here and definitely flash all that down there real fast. All right, yeah, no, it's just it's just gonna be one of those things. Just how that works. Is it getting? It is getting colder. Okay, good. And then it'll get hotter. We'll go with under 350. Hey, we really just need the stone. That's kind of what we need. Oh, now none of it's gonna leave? I see. It's because I'm an idiot. And I put this in backwards. Like a dumbass. No wonder that wasn't working. Yeah, okay. Alright. We'll get that done. We'll get that fixed. This is powering up. This still has all the natural gas it needs. How's this? This is doing good. Yeah. Keeping this done. This just, yeah, we just need indigenous stone. We just need to wait for this. So we got this up and running. This is going to take a minute. I mean, this still has like almost another negative 100 degrees to go. Yeah, okay. So I'll be back as soon as this gets a bit more to getting to liquid. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright. I was just kind of going around doing some cleanup on some of the loose liquids we got and other mop and sweep commands, and came back to check on this. And wait a minute. That explains a whole lot. This doesn't need to be negative. Okay. So we're gonna try to do that with one. Let's put this at like, I don't know, 30? We were solidifying the hydrogen in here. That's that's not good. Wait a minute, what the? Okay. And we apparently have just a little bit too much super gluing in the loop. We have solid hydrogen. That was That was not the plan. But yeah, I mean, we're getting down there. Our oxygen is turning into a liquid. What is this set to? Negative 90? What is this? This is negative 200. Okay. 210. Do we not have the thermostat low enough? I am concerned that this is going to... Yeah, this is about ready to freeze soon. I think we just let it ride for a bit. No. Let us open these doors. See if the temperature stops going up. This is why I don't go, oh yeah, this is exactly how this is good, this is perfect. You don't need any sort of, way of getting in there to fix it, because, sometimes you run into a problem. I feel like the only way we could have fixed that, because I didn't even think about it, would have been to have brought the power over and then down like so. That continues to be a problem. We will make that adjustment. Yeah, because now we're pumping in a ton of oxygen. Getting this all back up. And close the doors. We are missing the power for the doors. I do realize that now. Was that supposed to be one of these? Yeah, I think it was. So I don't think that was taking... Yeah, no, it's not taking more than 2,000. Okay. Oh, and we're getting liquid hydrogen now, too? Oh, yeah. When did this... That is what I was afraid of, was getting solid oxygen. But now that it's solidified, it pushed the liquid oxygen up, and now it's in contact with our thermal sensor. Okay. And don't think that was the end of the world. Okay, so it's just going to keep going on, off, as this solidifies and then desolidifies until we get enough in there. That's fine. We don't want to reach it. We just want to... Oh, it's going to be... It's going to play hell on my CPU. And it's only because, we're 2100 plus cycles into the game, so we have tons of different things going on. Like this thing, the game is that takes a lot of calculation. Our sour gas boiler takes a lot of calculations. Keeping the base cool takes a lot of it's just there's just a lot of math going on all the time. But yeah, no, this is kind of, I'm going to say it's working as intended until we don't get liquid oxygen or liquid hydrogen out of it. Until that happens, I'm going to say it's working as intended. There's nothing that will make me believe otherwise right now. I'm going to say full confidence, working as intended. Oh, okay. Do we rip up? We do. We rip up the rockets first. Alright, so... Actually, yeah, we're just going to rebuild that one. Maybe we find better asteroids to get resources from. So we'll make one more another science rocket. But it's not for science. We don't particularly need the data packs. Not saying that we can't use them, because I think, I say we do have still one more thing to do for unique cargo to bring back, like gassy moves and stuff, but it is not it's not top priority. Alright, so get these rockets ripped out. We'll get the petroleum. What is... Oh, we gotta keep that there. Son of a... Alright. Well, that's annoying. But eventually this will all get used up. Okay. So that's all getting fixed. This is no longer needed. Or at least... Yeah, I'm going to say most of this pipe is not needed anymore. We'll go with the empty pipe command. Build another one of these. We can build a hydrogen rocket. Right there. What, liquid oxidizer tank. 2. Let's put 3 fuel tanks on it. Alright, and that should be our hydrogen rocket design. This should ultimately make it to the end no matter what. At least I'd like to think it would. Cancel that build for now. Biodiesel. How did we get biodiesel? What even makes biodiesel? Is that tallow when it's warm? Okay. Alright. Phyto oil? How do we get phyto oil? Oh, it makes algae? What is... It comes from slime? That seems useless. Okay. Well, yeah, no, that seems really useless. Alright, so I'm pretty confident this needs to go over to here. Is that right? I mean, it looks like it's right. It looks like it's lining up. Alright. So this is going to be our new hydrogen system. Oh good, you guys are getting these emptied out. Perfect. Alright. I don't know how they missed that one pipe and then keep going, but it's okay. So there's supposed to be 3 of them coming to empty the pipes. That's okay. That's better. It's more approved. Alright, we get our 3rd liquid tank on there. Alright, and then we want to use our insulate. Insulate? Yeah, we want to use our insulate. So the whole point of this stuff. Oh. That's fine. We definitely want it to not try to feed back in. So something like so. Yeah, that should should work. And we just gotta wait for them to create the isolate. What are we missing? Guess that's the question, is what do we not have for it? Reed fiber. We're actually short reed fiber. Okay. This is set to a 6. Alright, so just kind of a whole lot of hurry up and wait on Bamus. I almost feel like we should start a reed farm down here. Like right here on top of these guys. Like we could literally just... Nope, not R. I mean, granted, R used to be rotating a lot of other games. Yeah, we'll go with this. I do like this idea. Yeah. Do we... Oh, we're running out of chlorine gas because we did not rehook up the gas. Okay. I'm getting distracted trying to fix a whole bunch of small things, and it's going to make the episode run super late. So I am going to end the episode here, and next episode we should hopefully have plenty of fuel, liquid fuel, and have produced enough insulation, enough insulated tiles to get this all done. So I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully, in the next episode or two, I'm going to say 2, we should hopefully be done with this colony. And one of the things we still need to really do is make our monument. That is something we have not done. And I have kind of put it off because I haven't officially decided on where to put it. What is this? Obsidian? Steel? Yeah, I've been thinking about putting it over here. We got the plastic, we got the ceramic, the steel, okay. Let's build it, we can't. Okay. Yeah, that'd be something we can work on. But yeah. Alright, but with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.